Hey everybody, FunshineX here. Welcome back to another episode of Seaopolis 2. Fresh off the presses, Ben has nerfed the endgame. Well, balanced the endgame because nigh impossible prior, and now it's, I think, more manageable. I think we might be able to get 100% on the pack. So let's talk about the upgrades, and then you can see I have almost everything I need to go to turn this SPS on. Just 3 more blocks of cobble remain, and I've got enough polonium in here. So yeah, everything is turned off right now because with the nerfs, I'm at a production rate where I would overwhelm my nuclear waste, whatever. I don't know. We'd get overwhelmed with nuclear waste. So I've turned off all the altars and I've turned off the inferium stuff. I mean, you can't turn off the pots. And by the way, this is now 8 times 6, 48. In creative pots with insanium farmland in it, so this stuff grows really quick. I've got 1 row, actually is it 2 rows? Yeah, 2 rows of creative seeds, 3 rows of inferium, and then just 1 row of kind of the different ingots and stuff that we need a lot. But yeah, so this creates so much. But it's all turned off right now. Not doing anything. And then over here, I guess we're doing a little bit of a base tour, right? If you haven't followed up with the series. Yeah, I've turned off this as well. Just told it to require redstone signal. All right, let's talk nerfs or balance changes. We'll start with the end game. So the antimatter core, we still need 4 of these. But if we look at the recipe, it's much different. You don't need the 64 creative waste. That wasn't a problem. We're making creative waste really fast now. So that wasn't a big deal. But we only need 6 of these and 8 of these. And each one of these has been nerfed to only take 2 of the previous tier instead of 4. Well, this one still needs 4, but this one only needs 2 of the previous tier each time. Okay, and you only need antimatter to craft the first one. So as long as we can make these resident integral components really quick, we're not going to need a ton of antimatter. What is it? It's 8 of these, so that's 16 of these, 32 of these. Oops, I went too far. 8 of those, 16 of those, 32 of those, 64 of those. So we really only need 64. And each of those takes 2 resonance. So I think, I don't know, we're gonna probably need like a couple stacks of the resonant integral components, but that's only 64 antimatter. That's great. And then if we go up the other side, the final step of turning the antimatter circuit tier 3 into tier 4 takes 4 of these and 1 antimatter, but the previous tiers are a 1-to-1 with hydrogen chloride. So yeah, that's pretty easy. No more antimatter. So we actually don't need a lot of antimatter, which is good because maybe that means we probably don't have to create a huge reactor to do billions and millions of power. We'll see. And then the other thing we'll look at is the antimatter itself. This is still 50-to-1, 50 milliducats to 1 pellet, and that's still 1,000 to 1 here, and 400 million FE per tick to get that rate, right? To process 1,000 per tick. We're never going to process 1,000 per tick, right? That would be insane. But the polonium itself, this used to be a 5-to-1 recipe. It's now a 1-to-2. So, yeah, so before when you took 5,000 of this, you'd get 1,000 of this. Now if you take 5,000 of this, you're going to get 10,000. So it was 10x'd the output of polonium. So we are going to make way too much polonium, I think, than our SPS can handle. And that's fine. It'll just back up. This recipe is still 1-to-5,000. That hasn't been changed. However, sieving here, this recipe here gives you 4. So that's 4x'd output on this guy. And then, oh yeah, I think this is still 90. I think that's what it was before. And then these mushrooms, which were the big problem before, right? But they haven't been so much for me lately. They're now up to a 90% chance instead of 75. And from a cognizant dust perspective, you get 4 for the awakening altar recipe. So it's 1-to-1 with each tertium, as long as you can keep up with the essence. So all in all, huge nerfs, making the endgame much more realistic. I'm just worried now our infrastructure is too much. That we're going to overproduce and just like start filling up our system with gunk. But let's get it going. Let's turn it on. First thing I want to do, let's get this SPS fired up and then turn on the reactor. Oh, and I didn't mention, like, somehow I lost like the last 5 minutes of the last episode. I think my hard drive ran out of space or something. And so we never actually saw this actually working. It was completely fine the way I had set up. I just needed to fill the bottom with casings instead of glass. And then, yeah, this works fine in the middle. It's out. I even turned it on. You can see there's 232 million FE inside this SPS. So that's great. This one little pipe holds another 3 million in there as well. You can see this is full of polonium already, 148,000. So really all we have to do is, yep, we got plenty of those. Do we have our SPS casings? We need 3 more. Make those up. And I really love this exchanging gadget because the reach on it is crazy. Watch, I can just stay down here and make that an SPS. Woo! And then just gonna target it really carefully. This should be our last one. I'm expecting that to then connect this multi-block. That's not a good sign. What have I done? Oh, of course I fell down here. Am I missing a block? Let's go back to the quest line when it like taught us how to make this thing. So in all of theirs, everything is on the middle, but look right there. See how they have their input and output casings? That's pretty much what I replicated. Huh. That looks right to me. The shape is definitely right, and it says it could use structured glass. They said that was acceptable. Is there a piece of glass missing right there? I think there's a piece of glass missing right there. Oh my gosh, there's a piece of glass missing. Wow. That's the problem with like this clear glass. There we go. It's connected? Yes. All right. So what are you doing? It used all of our FE that was stored in there, the 3 million or something. And I guess there'd be something here in the output. Why does it say polonium? Oh, that's just 2,000 polonium. Okay, let's turn on power. You can see this thing. I think we make about 500,000 with this 5x5. Cooled by dynams. I think I can upgrade it to electrum. Oh, maybe only 150,000. Did he nerf this? Don't tell me power got nerfed, because I thought this was 500k. 155k is going into there. Oh, it's doing something. Well, that is cool. Look at that light show. Is it producing anything, though? I guess we got to get an output here. So let's get a... I guess it's a tube, because it's going to come out as gas. Is that going to connect? Yes. Okay. And we'll bring that down here. Probably... Yeah, let's leave it. We'll go one more block down. Let's wait. Okay. So polonium gas turns into antimatter after a long process. And how do we use this antimatter? We're going to put it in a chemical crystallizer. So let's get that made. All right, oh wow, we have everything we need but this casing. That is cool. So we'll put the crystallizer right here. I think we have an antimatter in there. Oh, we have a millibucket. We have 1 millibucket. Okay, It's going to need an animator. It's also going to need power. We can probably siphon power right through there. So let's get a cable. So that's power to this thing. Okay, it's got power. It's got 1 millibucket of antimatter. All right, and then it's just gonna make it. Okay, that's fine. So I think I'll just cover up this whole hole in the floor and call it a day. Maybe I'll put a block there. I want to like make like a stand for this thing so it's not floating. Just make something that comes out here that looks cool. But I figure we're gonna have plenty of time just waiting for stuff to process. Okay, does this thing take a muffler? Oh, it shows you the process. Okay, cool. So we're inputting 155,000 FE. Yep, we're gonna have to increase that, I think, because this is very slow. If we've got to do this 50 times just to get 1 pellet, right? We're gonna need a lot more power. Well, we kind of planned for that. I could increase this probably to it's always going to be probably 5 tall, but we can probably go out to maybe like 6, 7, 8, like a 9 by 9 on the width and length. And that should produce a lot more. All right, we've got 2 millibuckets. Okay. Is this still running through polonium? It probably, is it just emptying what's in here? Yeah, we're making so much because we're not processing it very fast, right? Because it's taking 2,000 millibuckets and then it's going to take like a minute to use those 2,000 millibuckets, where we can create that in seconds over here. But I don't think it's going to be a problem because this thing doesn't create nuclear waste, right? This was the one that made the waste that we had to dispose of. So I think we're okay letting this thing fill up and it'll just back up the system. So let's go turn this other one back on. I think all of our systems are safe where they're not going to overflow into the refined storage system. So you don't care about a redstone signal anymore. Okay, and we'll just let it go slow. We don't need to make this thing process any faster than it is. Perfect. Are you still going? Yeah, you're going. I'm just not creating any cognizant. So let's go turn that system back on. Now that is one that will overflow our system, right? Because it's making the mushrooms, but it's also making everything else. So we're gonna have to keep a handle on it. Maybe I'll just turn one of these on of the 3 that I have running now, or I had running. But I mean, if this is making 4 times what it was before, so this one machine is making more than those 3 made together earlier. If we check out our current status, we got 157 mushrooms and 189 creative essence, so we're good to go on that. I'll just watch it. If either of these build up tremendously bad, then we'll turn one off or slow them down or take some seeds out. I don't know, something. Oh, and I got rid of the other 2 systems. They weren't doing anything. So you can go back on. This will fill up here. Yeah. So once that is full, then this will just stop again. Okay. What else have I turned off? I just gotta think about that, but I think we're good. How many are we at? 3! Oh, it's so amazing. Okay, so what we should do, I guess this is kind of halted in Kelby to do that. But we can start making, no, we can't make this one. We can start making this, right? Because we already can make the ultimate control circuits. We have that automated. But we need to get this chemical injection chamber. So let's make that right here. Looks like we have most of it on AutoCraft. Just need a purification chamber. What's that missing? That's missing an enrichment chamber. Okay, which was missing a steel casing. Oops. So there's our chemical injection chamber. I like when everything just crafts. It's so nice. Put that there so it has power. So we need to get, what was it, salt in here? Yes, okay. Do we have salt on AutoCraft available? We have 48 of it. That is coming from the dust crystallizer. Which I think we have over here. Is this making extra that we could just siphon off some? What was that? Oh, it's these particles. Okay. I was like, what is coming out of there? So yeah, this is making the salt, and I think it's making plenty. So this is output of salt. We could do an ender chest of salt. Or we could just take an item pipe and wrap it all the way around. We've got so many of them. Let's do that. Okay. So, put it down on that one, I guess. Don't need you going in there twice. Alrighty. Which one needs it? You need it? I got your salt right here. That'll work. It's ugly, but it gets salt in there, right? You gonna get salt? Items. What color is this? This is the yellow color from the back. Yellow from the back. Oh, that's no, that's gases. What? There we go. Extra from the back. Okay. There we go. So that salt goes in here as it makes hydrogen chloride. I thought I was going to have to make this in some fashion, but if you just put salt in here, you're good. Okay. This uses it kind of fast, but once it fills up, I think we should be okay. Cool. Let me just check this reactor that everything is happy with him. I don't want him to blow up or something. Yeah, we could even get it a little bit hotter. Look, we're making like 0.093. I know like in the old reactors you could like modify the heat or the fuel rods, right? And like change them. Can I do that with these ones? To say burn a little bit hotter, right? Are these configurable? Oh, they are. Okay. Change all to 5%. Let's see if that does anything. Okay, it is producing a little bit more. Let's go up 10%. Oh, it's making less. Oh, the fuel rods slow it down. Oh. So that makes it use less, but make less. Okay, then back to 0. Okay, alright, well, I guess this is what it's going to have to be for now until I expand it. So back in here, we'll get a crafter. That's now on AutoCraft. That is great. Aimed down. Okay, and we need to put a recipe in there, and we need to bring a cable over there. Okay, and this is going to be there's lots of stuff you can process in here. This is how you do like multiple stuff. But yeah, so we're gonna make anti-miner circuit tier 1. Are we gonna need multiple, or do you think we can just? Yeah, we'll probably be okay. It'll make them in a row. Okay, so we'll get those recipes made up. They're so loud. But it's good. It means it's working, right? I need to put a roof on this thing still. I've got like the window, but no roof. All right, patterns, patterns, patterns. All right, antimatter tier 1. So a little one makes a big one. Cool. Tier 2 and tier 3. And then tier 4 will be in the combiner, but we might as well just get a recipe for it and get that all set up. Okay. Yeah, I want to get to the point where I can just say craft one of these and it just does it. It might take a while, but it's going to do it. 6! Oh, we're so close. Ah, battery's out on my headphones. That's not good. Anyway, so these 3 go in there, right? Because this is, no, that's, where's the tier 4 one? This one. Tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. All right, so we should be able to request now a tier 3, not a tier 1, tier 3. Maybe. Oh, do I not have items from the top? There we go. Oh, that uses a lot of hydrogen chloride. Wow, okay. We're gonna need to make a lot more salt. Okay, then we need to import this thing somehow. Of course, I've got too many sides. We'll do it here. So items go out the left. Okay. Now it's putting a tier 2 or tier 1 in there, trying to make a tier 2. It just doesn't have any salt. All right, well, maybe you need, let's see if we can upgrade this one first to make it faster, and if not, then we'll make a dedicated one. You're getting plenty of dust, so yeah, I just need an augment. Oh, you've already got a resonant. You just are slow. All right, let's get at 3 flux upgrades and see how fast it makes it. What did I just run out of? Electrum plates. Why don't I have a controller on this one? Oops. Not a controller, a crafter. All right, someone reminded me when I'm over the crafting area that I need to set up a recipe for plates. Okay, you go any faster like that. Are you still using a lot of my salts? I guess it is. I don't know why. Oh yeah, this thing processes it no matter what, like even if there's no room in the output. Stupid sieve. Kind of breaks my setup because I want this thing to just stop when it's full. Yuck. Oh, this just uses salt in here, doesn't it? That's the only one it uses salt for. Well, it's making it faster. And the rest of our system can be hanging behind, so it's okay if this is a little bit slower. Can I just get rid of this storm? Ooh, thunder. WWW. Okay. You're at tier 2, making it tier 3. Okay. You know what I need is like a buffer. So like when this thing's not working, it just like stores a ton of salt somewhere. So maybe I should put like We'll probably just do a barrel. So like right here. So the salt will go in here. Yeah. That way, even if I'm not crafting one of these, it's just going to create a backlog and store a bunch. Okay, happy with that. We've almost got our first tier 3. As far as integrals go, I've got those on AutoCraft, so let's just set up another stack of those, just because you can see it's got to craft a ton of things. Let's watch that on the monitor. Monitor, thank you. Let's make one of those. So yeah, it's going to make a ton of Enderium, ton of Lumium. Turning gears. Yeah, there's so much stuff it's got to do to make these. It's still just making the first kind. Am I set up for Lumium at all? I'm not. Let's get Lumium going here. You're not Lumium, you're silicon. You're not Lumium either. Oh, I don't even have a Lumium seed. Okay, I'll have to figure out that. If I'm gonna work on something, I gotta be out of that room. That thing is way too noisy. Let me look at my essences right now. Are those? Yeah, those are overflowing quite a bit. Osmium, uranium. We got plenty of uranium. That doesn't seem to be going down at a bad rate. What else we got? Steel. Nether stars is really slow because it takes 9 to make a third of one. But I mean, it's passive, right? There's 5 just from doing nothing. And then Enderium. Oh, that's one we'll definitely need a bunch of, so. Okay. Just gotta keep an eye on some of that we don't overflow or do anything like that. Okay, what next then? Is there any other pieces that I need to start crafting? We'll get that. We've got all these. We just need now... Oh, we can make a combiner, I guess. Yeah, let's get a combiner. So we need a cable here. And a combiner. How many alloys am I looking at right now? Let's make a bunch more of those. What's the other one? The green one? I'm gonna craft a bunch of those too. Cool. So that's our combiner. Get a crafter for that. Put that online. Okay. Combiner then is going to have yellow from the up. Huh. What do we do? This thing's got to put in 2 places. Huh. Does this have a ton of recipes? 32. Oh, you can put ore back together. I Just don't play with mechanism enough to all these cool recipes. Any other exciting ones? Doesn't look like it. Okay. So I guess we just put pellets in here. I don't know. We'd have to say the crafter would go into a chest or something, and then that would export into the different things. Do I want to do that? Wasn't there a... Isn't the old Applied Energistics, the mod before AE2, that you could say the crafter or whatever would make a pattern and put it in here? I think it was even the interface that would do that. But then there was like a peripheral device and say, hey, link this to something else that would put it in the side. I remember that. I don't think Refined Storage has that. That'd be cool if it did. Yeah, I might just have to manually craft this. or just export pellets in here. I guess I could do that too. Can I drag and drop pellet? There we go. Okay, so pellets are going to go in the back. That's where the yellow will be. And then red, and then we will grab it out of, I guess, the left. Okay. Tell it that. I think we're good then. That should be ready. Now we're just really waiting for pellets. Are we getting closer? 11. 20%. Oh, yeah, 20% of the way. 22% of the way. So let's check. Is there anything else we can do? So this is an induction smelter recipe. So I guess we could put recipes in. Might as well. Let's go get those ready. We're starting to fill up on the system a little bit. I'll have to figure out what is overflowing in there. So that's producing a lot more than it should. Okay. So pellet use induction smelter. Tier 1. Go. That and that. Use that to make this. That to make this. That to make that. Okay. And then that right there. All done. Okay. Oh, and I think this recipe, oh, we never made that recipe. Duh. But this goes in induction smelter. I like how you can stack them. Once this runs out of space, you just add more. Huh. Yeah, let's give them their own crafter. There we go. Our system knows how to make them, and now if we only had antimatter, we would win the game. Did those integrals finish? No. What happened there? Did it get stuck on something? No, it's still going. It's just making more Enderium and more Lumium gears. Oh yeah, here we go. Can we make more flux for this guy? Well, we got 2 of them. Should go a little faster. What did we run out of? Lead gears. I don't have that recipe here either. Oh, I don't. All right, let's go get electrum sheets and flux or lead gears. Is there a wireless pattern creator? I don't think there is. There might be an applied. Anyway, lead gear. Electrum plate. It's tough because this thing is working, and to fix it, I have to take it, you know, the reactor all down. And also I have to empty out this pipe. Oh, that's gonna be bad. Because I can't, to increase the size of the reactor, right, I have to move this pipe. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. Because I don't want that stuff to go in the oxygen, or the atmosphere. Anyway, what were we doing? We were nope, not in here, over here. Alright, lead gear there, electrum there. Now, we can just say, give me... Oh, I didn't actually get the crafting recipe for it. Whatever. Where did those lead gears go? I know you just made me one. Is that used in like the other recipe? Something is stealing them. Something is stealing them. Are you taking them? Are they just not making it back into the system? What? Oh, this thing's probably overloaded. Oh! Oh! Okay, we can remedy that. That is crazy. That's a downside of that system I made. Let's put a stack upgrade in there. There we go. Here's all the stuff it's been missing. Trying to make our integral stuff. Now it's going. It's like I made all this stuff. Where'd it go? Okay. That's better. You want a third? You got a third. You want a third? You got a third. Signalium. Is there a signalium seed? There is. Okay, I'm definitely going to make a signalium and aluminum seed. In between. Where's the aluminum seed? Right there. But I think we're going to go with a slower episode today, guys. There's not much more I can do on camera that we haven't already done. So I am going to end it there a little bit earlier than normal. And I'm just going to kind of babysit the system, make sure everything's working and crafting. Maybe increase the size of our reactor just so it goes faster. I wanted to get the first antimatter pellet, but we're only on 15, so it's going to be a bit. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Like it, subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you next time. Bye.